moving faster than ever. And every week there is a tool coming out, save you time to make you money, or even replace your entire workflow. Welcome to Moxt.ai, where I test the latest AI tool and compare them hands to hand and show you real workflow with no hype, no fluff. Whether it's AI video game, coding assistant, or automation design, or even productivity tool, you will see exactly what's work and what doesn't, and whether it's worth your time. If you want honest reviews, practical tutorials, and best new tools before everyone, subscribe to the channel, keep your comments below, like, and let's get started.
You've watched my channel for a while, you've probably noticed something. Every week I'm testing new AI tools, writing scripts, researching competitors, comparing features, creating thumbnails, tracking affiliate links, managing sponsors, and honestly, none of those jobs are actually difficult. The difficult part is constantly switching between different AI tools and trying to keep everything organized. One AI writes, another researches, another creates reports, another stores information, and somehow I'm expected to glue everything together myself. So today I'm trying something completely different. Instead of using one AI assistant, I'm building an entire AI team inside Moxt, not a group of chatbots. A real workflow where multiple AI teammates each have their own job, handwork to one another automatically, remember previous work, and complete an entire production pipeline while I simply supervise. Let's see if it can actually run part of my YouTube business. Most AI assistants are incredibly good at solving one problem. Write an email, summarize a document, generate some code, answer a question. But that's not how real work happens. Making one YouTube video isn't one task, it's dozens of connected tasks. First, I need to discover a tool worth covering. Then research it, compare it with competitors, build an outline, prepare affiliate links, organize everything into something I can actually record. Normally, I'm the one moving information between every stage. Mox approaches the problem differently. Instead of giving me one assistant, it lets me build an entire team of AI specialists connected through an automated workflow. Each teammate has a dedicated role, and the workflow orchestrates how work moves between them while I guide the process with comments instead of manually stitching everything together. Everything starts with Momo, which is my personal AI assistant inside Moxt. Instead of asking it to complete one task, I describe my entire workflow. I tell it I want an AI team that helps produce my weekly YouTube videos. Within seconds, Moxt builds a complete workflow. It creates a visual workflow board showing every stage of production. Then it automatically creates specialized AI teammates for each role. Instead of building everything manually, the system generates the entire production pipeline for me. Now all I have to do is customize each teammate. The first teammate is my trend scout. Its only job is discovering newly released AI tools from places like Product Hunt, X, and AI news sources. Whenever something interesting appears, it adds it to my workflow automatically. Next comes my tool research teammate. Instead of asking the same research questions every week, this teammate is permanently configured to analyze AI products. It collects pricing, features, setup process, competitor comparisons, strengths, weaknesses, everything I usually research before making a video. Then comes my script outliner. It reads everything collected by the research teammates and turns it into multiple video hook ideas and a structured outline that already matches the format I use on my channel. Finally, I create a comparison builder. This teammate prepares comparison tables and organizes affiliate information so I don't have to build everything manually before publishing. Each teammate keeps its own instructions and specialization instead of acting like a general purpose chatbot. They also share the same workspace, so outputs from one stage automatically become context for the next. Now comes my favorite part. Instead of manually asking the AI to start working every time, I can automate the entire workflow. For example, every Monday morning, I schedule my AI team to check for newly released AI tools, research them, compare them with competitors, and prepare a complete content brief before I even start planning my next video. Setting it up only takes a moment. I simply choose when I want the workflow to run. It can be daily, weekly, or on any custom schedule that fits the way I work. Once it's scheduled, everything happens automatically in the background. I don't need to open a chat and type the same prompts over and over again. Every scheduled run follows the production pipeline I built earlier. The Trend Scout begins searching for new AI releases. As soon as it finishes, the tool research teammate automatically starts gathering pricing, features, setup steps, strengths, weaknesses, and competitor comparisons. When that's complete, the script outliner immediately turns all of that research into multiple video ideas and a structured outline. Finally, the comparison builder organizes everything into comparison tables and presentation-ready documents. By the time I sit down to work, most of the research is already waiting for me. Instead of spending my morning collecting information, I can jump straight into writing, recording, and making creative decisions. Watching this happen feels less like using another AI chatbot and more like having an actual production team working behind the scenes. Everything moves automatically from one teammate to the next without me copying and pasting information between different tools. This is also where the idea of loop engineering starts to make sense. Rather than constantly prompting AI, you're building an automated workflow that keeps running on your schedule and continuously delivers useful work. For me, that's one of Mox's biggest advantages. Even though the workflow runs automatically, I'm never locked out of the process. At any point, I can open a task and leave a comment. Maybe I want a different hook, maybe I want more competitor research, maybe I want to completely change the direction of the video. Instead of rebuilding everything myself, I simply leave feedback. The assigned teammate reads my comment, updates its work, and continues through the workflow. That's probably my favorite part. I'm still making the creative decisions, I'm just not doing all the repetitive production work myself. Moxt is designed around a human in the loop approach where you steer the workflow through conversation and task comments instead of becoming the glue between different AI tools. One feature I didn't expect to use this much is something called a mini app. Think of it as a custom database that lives inside the same workspace. I create one for every AI tool I reviewed now, every video, affiliate link, category, view count, publishing date, and competitor gets stored automatically. The next time my comparison builder runs, it doesn't have to start from zero. It already knows which tools I've covered before. It can find similar products, avoid duplicate videos, even suggest content gaps I haven't explored yet. Instead of getting reset after every conversation, the system becomes smarter every time I publish another video. Mini apps act as persistent databases that work alongside workflows, allowing future tasks to reuse structured information from previous projects. Something else I found useful is the final output. Instead of ending with a long chat response, Moxt can generate polished HTML reports, comparison tables, one-page summaries, and presentation-ready documents. So rather than manually designing comparison graphics inside another application, I already have something that's clean enough to present directly in a video or share with clients. For someone producing content every week, that's another task removed from the workflow. After building this workflow, I don't think the biggest benefit is having another AI assistant. The biggest benefit is having an AI production system. Instead of asking one chatbot to do everything, I now have specialized teammates that each focus on one responsibility. One discovers new tools, one researches them, one builds the script, one prepares comparisons. They automatically hand work to one another while I stay focused on the creative decisions instead of managing the process. And because the workflow can run automatically on a schedule, my AI team is already preparing work before I even sit down at my desk. If your work involves projects with multiple steps, multiple people, or multiple AI tools, I think this approach makes much more sense than relying on one general purpose assistant. If you'd like to try Mox yourself, I'll leave the link in the description below. I'd love to know what kind of AI team you'd build first. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.